Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another live open house with Joyce Bradfield and help with her granddaughter, that's me, Kelly Petlin, and her help from her daughter, Christy Petlin, and a special guest, Allie Petlin, today is in town. And we have another special guest who knows a lot of the history of this property that we're going to be showing you today. And here is our leader, Joyce.
Afternoon. Hop in. We're going to go have a real treat coming up. We're going to look at this wonderful. Come on, join us.
Alrighty. So we're going to do a little driving just to get the feel of the property. So today we are at 2040 Rebecca Creek in Canyon Lake. So it has a front gate entrance to get in. Notice the purple. We're doing the gate code right now. Again, if you're just joining us, 2040 Rebecca Creek Road in Canyon Lake, Texas. It's a really great property. Y'all are in for a treat. So here's the driveway coming in.
Okay, we're entering through the gate. Hope you're enjoying looking at the trees. Look at this beautiful tree right here. This property is fenced and cross-fenced. It's 17 acres. And coming up is the windmill. It gives a little character to our area. We have thank you for our recent rain. We have our lovely tank with water. Hopefully we even have maybe some little fish in it.
I heard some frogs croaking earlier. So hopefully that means there's fish too.
I hope so.
Here's our windmill that Joyce was talking about. I'll get a better shot. Coming, there we go. Coming up.
Here on the right coming up is a cottage, and it is just 600 square feet. Has a wraparound porch. Has a bedroom, bath, kitchen, dining. It's very, very, just so appropriate for our area.
Wraparound porch.
And a beautiful shade tree. Just down from the main house.
And here is the main house right here. And with our two special guests on the front porch waiting to greet us. I'm going to walk us up to the front, and Betty Kite will be telling us some more.
Yes, this is Betty Kite, who is a real estate broker and a personal friend of mine, longtime personal friend, old friend, and she has a personal attachment to this area, and she's going to share with you all the history. Enjoy.
So Betty Kite, like she said, is an old friend of hers, has a personal attachment to this house, and she knows all the history and all the ins and outs. And we're very lucky to have her to fill us in, and so Joyce doesn't have to memorize a whole script of history. Betty already knows it. And here we are, and also special guest Allie Petlin. So, hi Betty. Thank you so much for showing us this very unique, one-of-a-kind home.
The house that I love so much. Come on in.
And Betty, how are you attached to this house? Is it that you know so much about it?
This was my mother and stepfather's home. And it was just kind of a rundown house when they started remodeling it and fixing it up. And so they've changed the rooms and added rooms. This was the original room, the log cabin. It was what was on the ranch. And then they added probably the Fockwork room. This was actually the front porch that they enclosed to bring it in. They they needed more room. We have a big family, so they wanted a lot more room.
And then over
This
to,
room was
okay.
probably a pantry when it was originally built. They had to store all their food and their supplies, so that would have been a normal thing. And then this room would have been added later, and it's, you know, like an 18-inch, 2-foot thick rock.
Master bedroom. Great windows. I love the ceilings and everywhere. And it feels amazing in here. So there is central, even though it's so old, there is air conditioning, even though there's fans everywhere, but it feels amazing. So beauty, you get the beauty of the history and the comfort of today. So here's the closet. Has a little window in here. It's very nice. Again, gotta love these rock walls. And the ceiling is the original, right, Betty?
No, I think they added
They
that.
added that? Okay. But it goes really well. You think it would be part of it.
It matches.
And then off to the side here is this wonderful bathroom. Here is, so if you can tell, I have a new device, so I'm still learning how to use it, so I apologize. The shower has the new, where you can turn it on outside and then go in, so you're not getting frozen or burnt while trying to just turn on your shower. And with a towel heating rack right here. So like I said, the charm of a historical home with the amenities of the modern world. All right. So now I'm going to go on upstairs, and Christy is going to help explain the space upstairs. It's a little bit of a low ceiling, so I'm bending my head a little bit, but barely. I'm not very tall.
Welcome to up here, the second living space. It's like a little dollhouse up here. This could be a study, an office. They actually use it as, like I said, a second living room. Goes into the second bedroom. Which has ample storage. And a bathroom up here. Guest suite. Grandkids come to visit. Office, whatever you need. I don't know if we have mentioned yet, there's a standing seam metal roof and new Marvin windows. So as Kelly keeps saying, old world charm with all the modern conveniences. We're going back down now into the butler's pantry. Go ahead, Betty, take it away. This is a nice storage area. It was the original kitchen, and they have added on a brand new kitchen. So there's lots of storage here. It's so nice, things that they added, and for all the things you need in the kitchen are all here, all the places.
And did you say this was a changing table that you've made into?
That was one that the owners made into a table. It was their baby's changing table.
I think that's great. And here we are in the kitchen. Here's Joyce again.
In the kitchen, of course. No. Come in. I'm
kitchen.
at the kitchen door. Isn't that where most people come in?
Yeah, where the food is. So what's great about this, the pantry, sorry, like I said, I have a new device and I'm still trying to learn. It's smarter than me. So the pantry in here is great, really spacious and has light in here. But I think the best part, okay, let me just show you all the space in here. But the best part is this little open window. So
It's a pass-through.
a little
for
pass-through.
everything.
So you can be right here and get the things you need and just stick it on the counter. Very convenient.
We haven't talked about the vacuum system.
There's a washer dryer.
It does have a central vac.
Central vacuum system, and the baseboards come off so that they're easy to clean.
Here's a bathroom right here.
It's great for coming in when you're outside to have the bathroom handy here if you're coming in and out.
And speaking of the outside, we are now, look at this cute little bench right here. Now we're gonna go out.
You want to show any more of the kitchen? No?
She did in the.
Okay.
And now we're gonna go out here.
To the original carriage house. Covered porch. It's got the rock wall. I envision an artist studio, potter shed, a workspace.
And then right around here.
There, Betty, tell us what we're looking at now.
Yeah, this is the well house. The well is in there and the holding tank up above so that you don't run out of water. If you ever have a problem with your water, you always have some in reserve.
Good to know. We are always in need of water. Here's a better shot of the windmill and the lake. Okay.
Extra parking for whatever vehicles you may have.
You know, the other thing, did y'all see the outside of this part of the house? This is
This is very cute. No, you're fine.
It's very unique, and people just in New Braunfels love finding anything that has this fachwerk. And lumber was just somewhat limited, so they could take some cedar logs and then fill it in with rocks. And they used like a stucco of horsehair and limestone to fill it in. And that's one of the most unique things, and it's on the side also.
That's great. See, this is why it's so nice to have Betty with us. She knows all the history and the ins and outs. Nothing's better than knowing the story behind your home to impress your friends that come over and you say, well, here's the history of this house. So now we're going to the garage. Like they said, a lot of parking for any vehicle or tractor or lawnmower. So now we're going.
Garage is 1,500 square feet. With a lift. You can work on your cars or just get your car out of the way. Oh, something I forgot to mention, Kelly, to you. The workspace over here was an old bowling alley.
Oh, cool.
So, and then that map there is of this property.
It was the original 425 acres, and that was an aerial map of it. It has since been divided up some.
And we have, this is a great extra space in here for storage. Obviously, they've got refrigerators, but a dog washing station, if you need such a thing, or a shower after you've been working out in the yard.
And there was a dog run right behind here. Or is that the next area?
Yeah,
It's
we'll
in the
see
next
it again
area.
too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure there's too many little cool places in this house. I don't want to miss any.
And this garage has a loading dock. So to have the ability to drive in on one end and the loading dock on the other, very cool. We've got 2 old silos. Where did they get them, Betty? Fredericksburg?
I think Johnson City.
Oh, Johnson City.
And they were up high, and they took them down piece by piece and brought them back here and restored them back together. They could even be made. I've seen bed and breakfast places where they had these and put porches on them and rented them out.
Yes.
This is where the dog run was, right there, right?
And the greenhouse.
Yes, there's a greenhouse.
And we've got some chickens.
We have some chickens.
We can get the gross. Ducks.
Now there's a little duck pond back here. I'll try to go around the chicken wire so you can see there's all of the little friends. And there's the water. Oh, they hear the food. Here they come. Oh, they know.
I don't know if you noticed in the kitchen there was a big bowl of eggs.
Oh, that's right.
Most people have them as a prop, but they are actually real.
Real chicken eggs. All right, so now we're coming around. There's a duck pond back there. Here's the other side of the greenhouse. And then here is a garden that they have made.
This is new, raised beds, fenced. Keep the chickens out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They've just got it started.
I know everyone's been growing more vegetables and flowers and plants, so this would be great if you have a new green thumb or if you've always had a green thumb. And now we're coming to the back of the house where Betty said her mom would sit. This was her evening porch and the front porch was her morning porch because she would get shade.
We had lots of nice parties out here on this slab, and it was a great place for entertaining.
Oh, and
See the greenhouse over here.
yes, we did talk about the greenhouse, and there was the dog run and the cottage house, just to kind of bring y'all back to where we were. We just walked around to the side of the house. Here's the back. And here's what we were calling the wishing well, but it's not a wishing well. It's a, what is it, Betty? Cistern.
Cistern, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's a cistern.
And originally they would have captured the water off of the roof and brought it into the cistern, and it has water in there now. It always has had. It's picking up some seepage or something.
That is wonderful.
So just a reminder, we're at a little over 17 acres. Again, the metal roof, several buildings.
And tell us again how far we are from the airport and...
About 28 miles from San Antonio International Airport, and 20 miles to New Braunfels, and 29 miles to Vernon. So it's kind of right in the middle of everything. It's also not far from Canyon Lake. Probably 20 miles, 15 miles, something like that. Depends on where on the lake. The lake is a wonderful place to go.
Well, thank everybody for coming out today and looking, and we'll keep this on our files. If you want to look at it again, just request it. We'll send it to you. It's a great place to come and visit. and it would be an absolutely wonderful place to live with so much history. It's Texas, remember?
Did
Didn't-
we tell them how much?
Oh, no.
950,000.
950,000. And didn't you say the land was originally from
It's from the Sam Houston land grant.
Sam Houston land
The
grant?
house was built in 1860.
1860.
Started in 1860.
So a part of history, Texas history, could be your home. Thank you, Betty. This was such a treat to have all the ins and outs.
I'll be glad to show it to you.
Bye. Bye, Joyce.